Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 21, and today we're returning with two massive games with our Canaries in our pursuit for European football as we take on Liverpool away and Arsenal at home. Before we get to the games though, Sharon, what have you been getting on off camera? And of course, in the last episode, you saw our 1-0 victory away against Newcastle United and our 3-0 win at home to Leicester City. Just the 5 games off camera, and as you can see, the run's been pretty mixed, but also pretty decent. And we started with our first game in March, a win away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. Brecht Eze gave us the lead 8 minutes in. What a season Eze is having, as he made it 1-0 before Robertson put Crystal Palace back on level terms. Late on in the game, pushing, pressing, looking for a game winner, and Tom Tribal, fans player of the season the past 2 years, scored a wonderful goal, making it 2-1, and then in stoppage time he set up the game winner as well. He really changed the game from the bench, Tribal, as Buendia ran forward to slot it home and make it 3-1 and give us a big victory there and our 4th straight. And following that, I tweeted about this on Twitter last night. If you don't follow me on Twitter, guys, please do so. It's at @DocLanders. There's always a link to my Twitter in every single description. I always tweet about the save, sort of as it's being played before the episodes get made, and I tweeted about this last night. What a victory, and our win of the series in my opinion. 4-0 at home to Chelsea, and it was an extraordinary game. Right before the break, Eze scored once again, making it 1-0, and in the second half we just went ham. Ryan Brewster made it 2-0, then Shaqiri made it 3-0, and Rudiger was then sent off for a 2-footed lunge on Eze. You can't stop Eze, man. The only way you can stop Eze is by taking him down. So Rudiger sent off for a cynical challenge on Brecht, and in his stoppage time, Sander Berge made it 4-0 in a famous win for Norwich City, and in my opinion, our best win of the series so far. It was an incredible game, and Jamal Lewis as well. Hat-trick of assists for our left-back in this game. He was just on fire. It was like watching Oliver Shaw. So, 4-0 the final score, and what a win that was. But following that, we then lost at home to Burnley. Yep, that's right. We have a massive scalp and then a big defeat at home to a team we should be beating with ease. Lost 2-1 to Burnley. Buendia gave us the lead 4 minutes in, but then 3 minutes later, Daniel James, on loan from Manchester United, put the Clarets back on level terms, and 3 minutes after the restart, still tied at 1-1. Daniel James in this game, I think Burnley will want to keep hold of him permanently. Set up what proved to be the game winner as Ivan Perisic made it 2-1, and I showed you who was in the Burnley team on Twitter last night as well. They've got a really good team, don't they? So yeah, I can't be that surprised. But either way, 2-1 the final score and a big defeat there. And following that, an away draw against Spurs, who right now are going for the title in a really, really testy and tense and nervy game here. This was amazing. So yeah, we went down to 10 men early on. Tom Tribal sent off for a cynical challenge on Harry Kane, I think it was 24 minutes in, as we were reduced to 10 men. And it was 1-1 in the game. Then we had a disallowed goal through Ryan Brewster, and I was thinking, it's a conspiracy. The FA just don't want us in Europe, And then after the restart, Troy Parrott, the young Irish striker, made it 1-0 to Spurs. And I was thinking, typical, man, we're just not getting the rub of the green today. Referee kept on giving us bookings, but then 8 minutes later, that man, once again, I can't get over how good he's been this season. Brecht Eze makes it 1-1. I was fist pumping like mad, and when the final whistle was blowing right before the end of the game, Heung-min Son hit the post for Spurs. And I can imagine right after the final whistle blow, just like running in front of the Spurs dugout, just flashing the V's to Marco Bielsa, who's in charge right now at Tottenham. Anyway, big point there away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as we try and stay in European places. Excuse me. And following that as well, we had a 2-0 victory at home to West Bromwich Albion. Eze once again from the spot, 16 minutes in, making it 1-0. And just past the hour mark, Karamoko, bionic legs, Dembele, leaping like a salmon. As he does, he gets up there, Dembele, and he headed in the cross to make it 2-0, as we claimed a big victory and a return to winning ways after none in our last 2. So yes, right now in the Premier League, as you can see, there is just 5 games to go, and we are currently sitting 9 points clear of Brighton in 8th place, and we've got the game in hand on the Seagulls as well. It is looking increasingly likely we are going to finish in a Europa League place this season, but the real question is, can we break in to the top 4? It's actually a realistic possibility, and I'm going to be forward thinking and assertive and confident and say yes, we can do it. Right now we sat 5 points behind Arsenal, but we do have the game in hand on the Gunners right now. So if we win today's game here against Liverpool away, easier said than done with them in 3rd place right now and going for the title, we will cut the gap to just 2 points. So it's definitely doable, but I think come the end of today's episode against Liverpool and Arsenal here, we will know whether we can finish in a Champions League place or whether we should just hope to cling on to a Europa League place? Are we going to be bold and go for the top 4, or will we have to settle for a Europa League place at best come the end of the season? We'll find out today. And there's just one more thing to show you before we dive into the first game of today's episode, and that is that we have had a youth intake for the year. Our annual youth take is here, and as you can see, it's not great. We've actually signed our best youngster, or youngsters even, plural, to our academy. But the best one is this guy right here. It's Tommy Stevenson. He does actually have interest from Luton Town for a transfer right now. But yeah, he's 16 years old, and I don't think he's going to really do that much for us in the save. As I always say this, guys, whenever I get a youth intake, I'll always show you the players we get, but it's very rare I'll have anyone noteworthy. The best player I've ever had was in my Millwall save a couple of years ago. That was Clinton Webster. I also had a good one in my Swansea save called Sam Redman, who was a ball-winning midfielder that I love due to his mental stats. But yeah, ordinarily, every single season, every single save, it's normally just average players at very, very best. But anyway, moving to the first game of today's episode away at Anfield against Liverpool, who right now again are going for the title. They are 4 points behind league leads, but they've got 2 games in hand as well. And this is going to be our team for the game. 4-2-3-1. Tribal is of course suspended after his straight red against Spurs, and Brewster is unfortunately illegible as we are playing his parent club here. Harrison Reed is a little bit tired, coming off an injury, but other than that, everyone is fit. So this will be our team for the game with a 4-2-3-1. Now, ordinarily in the big games, I played a Gegenpress, but I played that against Spurs. We could only manage to draw, and I don't know, I just love watching us pass the ball around the 4-2-3-1, so let's go with this. So we've got Freenis in goal, back for Lewis, Benkovic, Godfrey and Aaron's with Sander and Ben Thompson through the middle. Ize's on the left, Dembele's on the right, and Buendia supports Adam Ida getting a start tonight. And he's really struggled this season, Ida. Big opportunity with big game and illegible. Come on, Adam. Get a goal today. Let's have a good end to the season for Adam Ida, shall we? On the bench, Fabianski, Holding, Byram, Reed, Shaqiri Pukki, and Ludwig Ajorqueta as well. So first game, it's Liverpool away. Massive clash for us. We've been good against the big teams this season. Come on, you Canaries. In fact, that's downplaying it, really. We've been very good against the big teams this season. When you think about the victories we've had against the big boys in the Premier League and the big scouts we've claimed this season, Chelsea, Manchester City, back-to-back, Arsenal away at the Emirates Stadium, Manchester United at home, we've done really well this season against the big teams. You know, we don't have a single scalp in our first season at Carrow Road. This year, we've had 5 big victories against big teams. Let's make it 6 today. Wait, is it 4 or 5? 5, isn't it? Yeah, 5. But anyway, Liverpool away, never an easy place to come Anfield, as you know, as Curtis Jones gets on the run, and his shot is, Farinas! A little bit shaky there from our number 1 straight at the Venezuelan, and he just about pushed it behind for a corner. Nerves perhaps settling in early, no surprises, but still 0-0. As the highlight continues here, Divock Origi is down the left, and Ben Godfrey dispossesses him. What a season Godfrey's had this year. You know, I made him captain, and I've not regretted that one bit. He's been superb this year. He struck up a great partnership with Benkovic, and they're the main reasons why we've been in the top 3 for defensive record this season. But here's Salah on the ball, cutting in from the right, as he loves to do, and once again, Freenis puts behind for a corner. Struggling to get out of the gate here away at Anfield. Can't be that surprised though, as Van Dijk beats Ida in a battle of pace. It's not been a good start at all. Right now it's all Liverpool, and at some point you're expecting them to make their pressure count and get themselves in front. Lovely ball by Paulo Dybala to Alexander-Arnold, and Trent crosses the far post, and there it is, right on cue. Trent whipping it to the back stick, and Curtis Jones, the young man, makes it 1-0. Reds in front. It was coming. Still down by 1 as Guerrero crosses, and once again it's that man Curtis Jones who's going for it today, heading that corner just over the bar. You know, I'm not that concerned by this. We've had more of the ball in the first half, which is nice. We've had a couple of attempts, but they haven't been noteworthy ones. And I'm going to say to the boys at the break, unlucky. You've been unlucky so far. They're relaxed and motivated, and they've gained confidence as well. Second half to begin, we're still in this. We're only down by 1. Buendia on the ball for Norwich. Lovely ball out wide towards Ize. Jamal down the left if he wants him, but Ize will take it himself and cross to Karamoko Dembele! Bionic legs strikes again. 2 headers in 2 games, and Norwich have their leveller. Karamoko, Bionic Legs, Dembele. Like Rian Big Game Brewster, I think he deserves the nickname. Ize's cross, and the littlest man on the pitch once again wins the aerial duel and makes it 1-1. Extraordinary. 5'5", 10 for jumping reach, but he seems to win the majority of his aerial duels. Karamoko, I tell you, last season that's exactly what he needed. A full season of first team football in the Championship to get him exposed to first team football at a competitive level, but also have him competing in a division where he's good enough to shine. He's got some confidence this season. He's taken into the Premier League, and I'm loving what he's brought to us this season. But with 17 minutes to go, trying to hold on to the point, the Reds have restored their lead. Rafael Guerrero whips it into the centre. All 3 goals coming from crosses today, and the big man Virgil van Dijk heads it in. What Farinas is doing there, I don't know, but Van Dijk with a goal, Liverpool back in front. Still time, but I don't think we're going to get anything in the final few minutes, and Liverpool are going to hold on to a big victory. But to be fair to us, didn't do especially bad. We were holding Liverpool for quite a while before Van Dijk scored that winner, and it wasn't that bad of a performance, all things considered, away against one of the strongest sides in Europe. So I'll say to the boys, unlucky boys, it would have been nice to win there, but it wasn't meant to be. They're relaxed, they're motivated, they gain confidence, and I don't want to go harsh on my players unless it justifies that kind of reaction. We're away at Liverpool. Yes, we've had some scalps this season, but come on, we weren't expecting to get anything anyway. So yeah, not a bad performance that at all. However, it does mean with 4 games to go, I think now the chance of us qualifying for the Champions League is probably gone. We're 5 points behind Arsenal. Unless we beat them on Saturday, then it's going to be Europa League at best for next season. And the boy just came to me a moment ago saying they wanted to extend my contract, and they've now offered me a new one as well. As you can see, the club culture and the expectations the board are giving me here are to play possession football, develop players using the club's youth system. That's going to be hard to do with my luck with academy players. Don't sign players over the age of 30, but come on lads, we need dressing room leaders. Sign high reputation players, play defensively solid football, make the most of set pieces and play high tempo pressing football. Why don't you ask me to cure cancer whilst you're at it board as well? Come on man. And as you can see here too, the end of the current season avoid relegation, which of course we're going to be doing, and continue remaining in the Premier League for all the years I'll be here at Norwich. So it's a new 3-year contract on £49,000 a week. Let's get a 50 grand a week, shall we? And yeah, do you know what? I'm totally fine with the club vision there. That's nothing too much for me to ask. That's nothing too much for them to ask of me. Because when you think about it, this season we have played defensively solid football. We've converted quite a few set pieces. We do play high tempo pressing football. And I guess again this one is an objective which is going to be hard for me with my luck with academy players. But you know what? I'm totally fine with that. 3-year deal, 3-year extension, and I'm going nowhere. I love what we're building here at Carrow Road, and I want to be here in our European years as well. Come on, Manchester United, do us a favour there at the Etihad, please, on Friday night. No! Tell you, it's getting a bit nervy now. It's getting a bit tense right now. Man City get the win there on the Red Devils, so they cut the gap on us to 4 points with 4 games to go, and they've also got the better goal difference record too. I think we are going to do it. We're 9 points clear of Brighton right now. I'd say we've got the best chance of doing it in the top 4. Sorry, should say the 4 teams going for these 3 places here. But it's still a bit nervy right now. It's still a bit tense. And again, you've got to think back to what happened in Season 1. And that's why I'm still very, very nervous indeed. By the way, in the FA Cup, as you can see here, the final is going to be competed between Arsenal and Liverpool at the end of the season, which again is really, really good news for us, because that means that 7th place will be enough for a Europa League spot, bar an almighty meltdown from the Gunners. So yeah, it does mean that all 3 of these spots will guarantee Europa League football next season, although of course I believe 6th and 7th need to go through some playoffs in order to reach the group stages of the Europa League. So yeah, that's a real big luxury for us. Having said that, I would like qualification secured before the final day. After what happened in Season 1, I'm having flashbacks to Season 1, and I don't want the same thing to happen again this season. So yeah, second and final game today at home to Arsenal. Any chance of us making the top 4 depends on us getting a win here today. If we fail to beat the Gunners, they'll still be 5 points clear and had a better goal difference record with 3 games to go, and there's no way we'll qualify for the Champions League. So here we go, let's go for it. Come on boys. So heading into the game, still Tribal is suspended, but this will be our team for the game. Once again, 4-2-3-1, Farinas in goal, but for Lewis, Benkovic, Godfrey and Aaron's with Sanderberg and Reed coming in to play ball in midfield. Ize's on left, Dembele's on the right, and Buendia now sports Brewster back after his loan spell, meant he was ineligible for the last game against Liverpool. And on the bench, Fabianski, Holding, Byram, Thompson, Shaqiri, Ida, and Ajorque as well. So come on Norwich, any chance of finishing the top 4 depends on a win here at Carrow Road. Lacazette to Sigurdsson, first chance falling early, and the Frenchman puts the Gunners in front 2 minutes in, we're folding under the pressure right towards the end of the season. I'm having major deja vu after what happened back in season 1. It's a nice 1-2 between Lacazette and Sigurdsson as he drags Ben Godfrey out of position, and a finish to match as well. 1-0 Arsenal, no chance we make the top 4. Had to at least win one of today's 2 games, and instead we're probably going to lose them both. Disappointing, very, very disappointing. But, we shouldn't even be here, man. We shouldn't even be competing for a European place this season. So I'm not going to be too beaten up if we fail to win today. But, he's done it once again. Rian says, Gaffer, calm it down. We're still in this. Big game Brewster makes it 1-1. And I'll tell you what, I said it in the last episode, in the summer window, this guy's my #1 target. I don't think Liverpool will let him go permanently. They might not want to loan him out either. I think they want to have him as a squad player next season. But we need Brewster back next season. 1-1, back on level terms as Arsenal have a free kick which is headed on, and Daily Blind's shots blocked, committed defending there as Buendia clears it into touch. Still 1-1, nervy times. Lucas Torreira to Saliba, lovely ball through to Lacazette. He's got in behind Benkovic and thankfully fluffed his lines with a shot and put it straight at Farines. 34 minutes into the game, 10 minutes to go before the break, and still tied at 1-1. Oh, Godfrey. Oh, Farines, huge save to bail out the skipper there. Heavy first touch, gave Arsenal a chance, and thankfully they passed it up. Still 1-1. How they're not in front in this game, I don't know. Surely Arsenal are going to get back in front soon. Ben Chilwell, Oh, is it Lacazette's goal? It's Lacazette's goal. Sorry, it's Lacazette. And I think you've got to feel a bit sorry for Farines there. Chilwell's shot was ferocious, and Lacazette must have taken the slightest of touches off of the initial flight path of the ball, which probably deceived the Venezuelan. Chilwell strikes the first time, and yeah, Lacazette gets the slightest of nods onto the ball, heads it in. I thought he was offside there. Evidently not, and it's 2-1 Arsenal. Still time. I'm going to say to the boys unlucky, and again they're relaxed and have gained confidence from that, but it's looking very likely after such a great season of scalps, we are going to have a very big defeat here at home to the Gunners. 37 minutes to go, and they want Champions League football. They don't want to play Europa League football next season, and they're out to get it today as Torreira finds Ben Chilwell, and that shot is to post, and Saka turns in the rebound. And sometimes you get the luck, and sometimes you don't. Chilwell's strike hits the frame of the goal, and Saka turns in the rebound with Farines on the deck. Arsenal get themselves a 2-goal cushion, and they're surely going to get Champions League football as well. Chilwell's shot off the woodwork, and Saka simply could not miss. Oh, lovely ball. Brewster. Oh, I tell you what, this lad is trying to drag us into the Champions League single-handedly. A brace for big game as Sander played it over the top, and as he bore down on goal, he slots it past Leno and into the bottom corner. It was a lovely ball by the Norwegian. Brewster with the pace in behind the back line, keeps his composure and keeps us in the game. 3-2. He's saying to me, don't give up so easily, Gaffer. Don't give up so easily. We're still in this, and we are. There's still half an hour to go. Benkovic out to Eze, down the left, and he'll step inside to the centre circle before eventually playing it through to Karamoko. And Dembele tries to get round his man and crosses. Oh my word. Liverpool, how much do you want? How much do you want? I'll sell my soul for him at this rate. Big game makes it 3-3. And we've battled back to tie the game again. From 2 goals down to make it 3-3. Oh, is that a robotic cross from Dembele? Brewster heads it in. 3-3. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. What a comeback this would be. Godfrey to Aarons. And I was... Oh, no. No. Oh, what a tackle by De Vrij. Oh. 6 minutes remaining at Carrow Road. Is there going to be a winner? Eze to Lewis. And now Sander takes over. Buendia. Back to Lewis. And Jamal. Back to Sander. And Berger. And Brewster. Oh. That was the moment. Leno, what a save. The German keeps Arsenal on level terms. What a save. But the game's not done yet. Come on, Norwich. Jamal, Eze, Jamal, Buendia. Yes! I can't believe what I've just seen. Buendia dinks it in, and Brewster. Give him a 12-year contract and I'll sign him for 100 million. He scored all for... I can't believe it. We're going to cut the gap to 2 if we can hold on, but there's another highlight. What a game. No, don't break my heart now. Don't put us in front from 3 goals down and break my heart for Renas. What a save! How on earth did that ball stay out? I've got no idea, but it did. Free kick for the Gunners. Saka, De Vrij free header over the bar. I'm going to bring on Rob Holding, I think, for Buendia and play 5 at the back now and see if we can just hold on to this huge victory. Corner for Norwich. Eze. Oh, just fuck off. Couldn't get a game in the Championship. Yet this season, he's been unstoppable. Big game Brewster is single-handedly keeping Norwich's Champions League hopes alive. Thompson, Eze. Oh, what is going on? You know, when I said our win against Chelsea was the win of the series, I think that's just been beaten in extraordinary fashion. Who's your player of the season this year, lads? Abrechi or Rian? I think they'll share the award. But no, in this game, Tom Tribal's going to win it for a 3rd straight season. I can't believe what I've just seen. 3 goals in the final 6 minutes. Norwich City from 3-1 down have beaten Arsenal by 6 goals to 3 behind a Rian Brewster 5-game salvo. You know, when a player scores 3, it's called a hat-trick. I think from here on out, when a player scores 5, it should be called a Rian. Oh my word. All I can say is passionately, that was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance, but you played magnificently. Congratulations. And with 3 games to go, Norwich City are now 2 points behind Arsenal in the race for 4th. Max credits my managerial team talk at half-time. He claims it was my words that inspired the team to overturn the deficit and emerge victorious at the final whistle. And like I always say, football, it's a mental game. 3 games to go. Champions League football is still on. And for some reason, 7th has now been taken out for a Europa League spot. And I don't know why that is, because it should still count for it due to the FA Cup finalists and Spurs winning the Carabao Cup. But regardless, I don't care about that. All I care about is the Champions League. 2 points behind, 3 games to go. Can we pull off the impossible? Well, that was today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys, and what an episode. And if you did enjoy it, then please do drop a like. Now, I was going to play the Brentford game away off camera, but I don't think I can miss any of the final 3 games. So we'll return for the final trio. Brentford away, Nottingham Forest at home, and Manchester United away at Old Trafford on the final day, where Norwich City are still in the hunt for Champions League football. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the season finale as we go for the Champions League very soon. My goodness, I need to lie down.